Good morning, chili dogs. What you focus on grows. Feed them horses. Back again. 3 more pots. No head camera. We got the microphone on the chest. And I think I got the audio stuff figured out. So let's see how it cruises today. I think it'll be a little bit better. But yeah, and my little monitor right next to my wheel, that's upstairs right now, so I won't be able to communicate as easily this time. But anyway, green off. Dude, right on the money. Camera B. Oh guys, do you guys see how responsive it is today? I think we got it figured out. There's some weird thing going on. Do it again. I'm right at the bottom. I'm gonna take that base. I'm gonna slowly. Shut in. You can see I have a little line here, so I'm gonna kind of smooth over that line. Hold that there just a little bit, right? Finger on the inside, projecting itself right above that exterior finger. And now I have this bump. I don't let go of the bump. I'm just slowly walking this up. I'm gonna hit a thin spot, so I'm gonna kind of chill out here in a second. Before we can see, a little bit wobbly. I'm gonna finish off that pole. It's a little bit thin on the bottom. I can sense it wanting to rip there. Very gently hitting that edge there. I think that looks pretty nice. Now we're not going to mess with it any longer. So that's number 1. So this is kind of like a tree on a plate. This kind of looks funny. I should run my knife tool underneath it though. I'm gonna slowly take this up. And we're gonna bring that up. We're slowly gonna start bringing this top down. Wherever that wobble is, catch that wobble, and we're slowly gonna walk that up to that left hand. It's almost like we're feeding the left hand all this food. Our left hand is Pac-Man, and our right hand is like shoveling the fruits to Pac-Man. Right, and the fruits are the wobbles. I'm slowly gonna bring this down. I'm gonna swap my hands over. My hammer fist is gonna come right on top. And I'm slowly gonna be pulling that back towards, that right hand back towards the base of where that left hand is touching, always on that left side, right? That finger on the inside is slowly drifting up above. There you go. Now you have this bump, right? And so you're just gonna walk this bump up. I'm a little bit thin on that bottom, so you can see a slight wobble starting to grow. But I'm gonna continue to carry this up. I'm maintaining that bump, really focusing on allowing those layers to print. When I get to the top, I'm actually going to go out a little bit wider towards the top. Why? Because I'm following that centrifugal force, so it's less tension on that top rim. And we're making the tree anyway, so it doesn't really matter if we want to bring that out, right? And they're sending you information. I kind of ripped right through that one. Oh my gosh. Well, how are we going to react to this one? I think we're going to react to this one by cutting it off. You guys can see what happened though. I went way too thin. That's so funny right after I was done talking about all that. But you can see on this base, right once the collapse, how thin those walls were. Just couldn't support all the clay that's on the top, right? I don't know if you guys can really even see, but just a little bit too thin. All right. Project that forward. Slowly walk this up. And go down. Hammer fist over top. And you bring this slowly back to your hand. You can get it right on center there. Nice. Open this up. Okay. Have your finger on the inside there. Open the clay up. Again, cutting through that clay, opening up that wall. Here I am, grabbing the llama, creating that volcano, right? And so you can see, instead of like waiting in between each step, you can do them almost like combo moves in a video game, right? So we won't go as thin this time. Get a little bit more structure. Again, right down at the bottom edge here, push down. That's one. We got one more pole that we can do here. Okay, a little bit more water. Push down to the base just a tad more. Okay. Take a breath. Get to the top edge. There you go. Alright, so we're quickly back to where we were a second ago. Again, get some of that water out. We're not going to go in as much on this base, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, down to the top. This out. Probably a limit I can bring it before it's gonna want to collapse. Guess that rim. Look at that, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have one side that's a little bit longer than the others. That's okay. I just want to make sure I end off these twists in a good enough spot. So now I can hold this top, create the hook. I'm slowly causing that inside to twist up. All right, so I'm gonna chill out here for a second. I kind of like the way that these look, right? But I want to open this up just a tad. So how am I gonna do that? I have a little bit of water. I'm gonna have my 2 fingers splaying out across the top of that vessel, as my exterior fingers are gonna push right underneath to sort of flare out that top edge. And so when it's really nice on center like that, you can open that up pretty easily. It's when it's off-centered, it's opening it up, you kind of have to like hold it with the 2 hands on the exterior, but if you can, you'd like to avoid that. Hello guys, it's me. We're here and we're gonna be talking about the pots. All right, so I think first off, we'll start off with this one. I don't know, this one to me, I think it might be the winner, even though I have one little tendril that fell right there. I think that personally, when I look at this one, there's something that's really nice about how there's the tendrils on the bottom, a little bit of a buffer that slowly leads up to a nice drastic twist. The top, the little kind of shadows you can see like right in this area, those shadows to me are like almost pristine, right? Almost looks like little teardrops, right? Or little glass beads hanging out underneath, right? And then it slowly opens up to the top. I think I couldn't get a better twist if I wanted to on something like this. So I'm pretty excited about this one personally. I think that the bottom tendrils aren't really that crazy though. So that's the only thing that I knock it off a few points from. All right, then we got this one over here, right? And so if I'm looking at this one, I think that this one probably has the second best twist of today. It's really, really uniform, that twist. I think the top is kind of nice. I just think that the tendrils on the side aren't really following, they're not adding to the gesture of the vessel, right? Usually when you do tendrils, I like to have the tree tipping so that I can have the hands over here so it plays with the gesture of the pot, where I don't even think there's a gesture of the pot here, right? And so that's something that interesting to think about is when you have things that lean, what does it allow you to do? It allows you to bring some more of that sculptural, gestural quality to the objects with tendrils, right? And so, but that's all I got to say about this one. And then I got the one on the top here. The one on the top, it's the first one we did today. We had a lot of clay left over on the bottom, so I made a huge buffer, and it's almost like a plate form, right? And I plucked at it and I got a really, really thin, I think on the other side it's starting to dip down a little bit too much, but we'll see how it goes with it, right? But I always like to see like something with a really wide base, right? I always imagine I can place like some little dudes like right on here. I've been making a lot of those throne chess pieces and more chess pieces recently for some of my classes. And so it's been kind of interesting to teach people and see how people approach chess pieces in general, right? I can imagine I have like these little, like a horse or a knight and stuff just hanging out right on the edge there of the tree. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. All the best and strong mentality.